Okay, and Dana, just one for you. When you say that you're going to take care of Yoel Romero, what do you mean by that? Can you elaborate? What does that mean?
That's between me and Yoel Romero.
Well, there is.
Thanks for asking. That's between us.
No, I know, but there is the precedent with Carlos Condit and GSP where.
Is there? There's really not a precedent. There's different scenarios and different situations.
But
don't worry about what Yoel Romero is going to make. Me and Yoel will take care of that.
All right, fair enough. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, George. And just quickly, if I could, for Dana, understand why you put this fight together. I mean, this is a super fight. It's amazing to have George St. Pierre back, but can't deny that Yoel Romero is the rightful #1 contender in the division right now, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you do with Yoel right now?
I hope he doesn't kill me. You know, I'm gonna duck and dodge him for as long as I can. No, we're gonna take care of him. We'll obviously take care of Yoel. You know, George is coming back. It's not like George has a lot of time. George wanted this fight. Mike wanted this fight. I'm sure the fans want to see this fight, so we did it. I'll take care of Yoel. I'll handle it.
And just lastly for me, Dana, you touched on it. I know we're here to talk about this fight, but the news this morning, losing the co-main event. What are your plans right now with Tony Ferguson, Khabib Nurmagomedov? Do you want to put that fight back together? Do you want to do something next for Tony? What's the idea?
It's just, you know, it's obviously a huge blow, and I don't know right now. We got to get through tomorrow night and, you know, do the fight, and then I'll figure out what's going to go on with those guys. And just so you know, not to jump in and like I'm defending George here, but at the time that this deal was made, when me and his guys were doing this deal, we wanted him to come back. We wanted to announce it. We wanted a title fight. Bisping was the only guy who was available at the time. The Woodley fight was already happening with Thompson, and you don't know how those guys are going to come out of this fight. Who's going to win? Is one of them going to get hurt? Does somebody blow something? Does something bad happen to one of the guys? We don't know those things. So how am I going to bring George St. Pierre back unless I have an absolute positive fight for him? And Bisping was ready. Bisping wanted the fight, so it was the fight to make.
For you, Dana, is there any kind of hesitation booking someone into a title fight not knowing if they're going to have, you know, a desire to defend the title after they win it? Is there any kind of concern when you're booking a title fight like that?
We've talked about that, and George said he has plans. He's just not saying I'm here today. It's not like we went into this 185-pound championship going, oh, well, let's see what happens, you know? Obviously, if Bisping wins, Bisping said he'll turn right around and fight Romero. If George wins, he has a plan. He's just not willing to tell you guys what it is right now. But he is willing to do many things. Obviously, we wouldn't be here today, and I wouldn't be in this position right now not knowing what George St.
And Dana, if I can have your take on this, do you feel easier to kind of save you guys in the short term? Or?
Well, you know, I mean, that's kind of a goofy way to put it, but, you know, if we didn't come to a deal, we didn't come to a deal, you know? The UFC is going to keep rolling and making fights and doing what we do. You know, George and I got together in Vegas, which started the whole thing. Then he got two very capable people to come in and meet with me, and we got a deal done. So if we didn't, the fight wouldn't be happening. So I'm happy. I'm obviously very happy that George is back. I'm happy that George is happy to be back. I questioned for a long time if he really wanted to fight, and after we had a dinner and a breakfast, I was on board, and I believe that he did. So here we are.
My last question, if I can.
A fucking welterweight. You are a welterweight, okay? I'm a middleweight. I can't wait to fucking square up against you. Stand up. Stand up and look at the size of me and look at the size of you. Go back to fucking Canada.
That's all you have on me. That's all you have.
No, it's not. I've got a lot more than that, pal.
Skill, fighting IQ, athleticism.
Here's the guy.
Everything is on my side.
Oh, is it really? Height, reach, good looks, fucking accent, the jab, the punch, the kick, everything. George, listen, while you were away, because you were so scared of everybody taking steroids, I was man enough to still be fighting those guys. You went away, you went and fucking chased aliens. I don't know what you did. No one gives a fuck where you were or what you did. You're coming back, the sport is a different place, game over.
I think you should shut up. You're embarrassing yourself right now. Are you still drunk right now? Are you still drunk or what? What's going on?
No, but I'm going to go.
What is going on with him?
I'm going to go have a beer.
Your voice is kind of, what is happening with you? My God. Are you healthy? Are you okay? Is up here? Is it, you get hit too much or what?
Hey, George. I'll go out on an all-night fucking bender and still beat you, pal. I won't even train. Look at the state here, you little fucking midget.
George, just one more question. I know another thing about you coming back was the debate about the Reebok deal. You've got the deal with Under Armour. Has that been resolved? And if so, will you represent Under Armour in the cage or Reebok, or how'd that work out?
Well, it's a little bit like, for example, like Tom Brady, I guess. NFL is with Nike, and he's wearing Under Armour to do the promotion outside of the NFL. So it will be something arranged similarly, I guess.
If you're a real fighter, you don't give a fuck about Under Armour or this or that. I've been in the same place the entire time, fighting the best in the world. Simple as that. I don't need sponsors as an excuse not to fight. I don't need a reason not to fight. I fight all the time. That's what I do. I'm a fighter. That's why I got the fucking belt, George. Hey, George, where's your belt? Where's your fucking belt? You don't have one. The sport moved on, buddy. The sport moved on.
Well, I could have stole one while you were out in Vegas drinking.
Stop it, please. You're you're saying I'm embarrassing myself? Please stop it. You're embarrassing yourself.
Next question.
George, we know you wanted to fight in Toronto. Is fighting in Canada a priority for you at this point?
I don't care where the octagon will be set. I'm here to do a job, and it's got to be to beat up that drunk man right there.
Whoa. Why is the onus on me being fucking drunk? What's that going to do with anything? I've been drunk throughout my entire fucking career. Danny will testify to that. Why does that make this fight any fucking different? Why does that matter? I'm English. I'm in fucking Vegas. I'm going to fight. Hey, when is the fight, George? When's the fight? When do you want to fight? Because I'll fight right now. I'll fight right now, motherfucker. That's the difference between you and me. So you look at me.
You don't scare me, not even one bit. Not even one bit.
I'm not trying to scare you.
No, you really don't.
I'm not trying to scare you, but here's the fact. I'm a real fighter. I'm a real fighter. You're an athlete, and good for you. You're a very, very good athlete, but you're an athlete. I'm a fighter.